Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Jesus, every time there's always something weird happening. There's no need to fear. Please. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you, Jeff. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and be starting here soon. Because this is gonna take probably about an hour and a half, so. Let's see. Okay, so just so everybody knows, the first pass is just going to be a dither pass. We're going to see how many people show up and how many people stay, and then we will do a grayscale pass afterwards of just the details. I'm just checking everything out really quick. Number of passes, pass-throughs on. I'm using Norton Wood algorithm for this first pass, this dither pass, and yeah, I'm hoping that people come in and ask questions because I get constant messages asking me how to do this and how to do that. So if people actually want help, they're neither going to have to show up to this. Excuse me. If there's a decent amount of people that show up, then I'll do live streams more often, and we'll just see how things go. You can hear me now? Good. Good, 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 good. I might hold back on the music for this one because some people were saying it was a little bit hard to hear with the music too, because my mic is, I don't know, I need to get a different mic, definitely, because this one just doesn't pick up sound that great for some reason, and I can't change the settings. There's probably just something screwy with the mic. Either way, yeah, so 13%, I'm just running pass-through. I'm using Norton Wood algo for the dither, and I'm using 50 speed millimeters a second. I have it set to, because I'm usually run fiber stuff, so I have it set to millimeters a second instead of millimeters a minute, but so you can just translate that. Off the top of my head, I don't know what that is, probably 3,100 millimeters a minute. I'm not exactly sure. I can't do the math super fast like that, but either way, this is 282 DPI. Let's just go ahead and get this running. Waste no more time. Alright. Probably could have went ahead and started a little bit earlier, but I did. I tried to turn the music way down. I'll try again, but yeah, there were some people, when I did the test, people were saying that they had a little bit of issues hearing me. And I also have a bunch of fans running. Let me see if I might go ahead and turn these off. At least turn that fan off. Oh. Yeah, I'm totally gonna be drinking beer and hanging out during the stream, so I am sorry, but I must drink some beers. It's Friday night, and you know, I could be doing better things, but I really wanted to do this. And because I'm trying to help people, I'm hoping that I get some questions that I can help answer, and yeah, we'll just see how this goes. Am I using OBS? Yes, I am. Most certainly using OBS. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of people these days use OBS for video streaming. It's just so convenient. It's even on Steam, the platform where I play my games. Hello, Kevin. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And thank you for chatting. It's very helpful. And already concerned, I already doubt myself, repeatedly worried that I'm just not going to get enough people in here and enough interest for this to matter, but I really want to give it a shot and, you know, just see how it goes. If we don't get too many people after a couple live streams, then I'll work on figuring out other ways that I can help people. I know I did that. Watch, see, here we go. Okay, here. Because I still have it set up for the music, but it was weird. I kept turning it up and down, and then I couldn't get it to a good point where people could hear me and hear the music. But we're gonna try it again right now. Looking this up, blah blah blah. Look, I'm getting messages from people on Facebook. Okay. Alright, Jeff, I'm pulling up your playlist right now. My friend Jeff Hodges made this playlist of some really nice AI music, just some beats, some different stuff. I wonder if I can just skip to some of the stuff I like. Ooh, I like this one. This is one of my favorites. Alright. Tell me if you can hear me. Tell me what to adjust. People, I need to know if it's too loud. I feel like this is probably too loud. Let me turn down just a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're chilling. Make you music just for it not to be played. Yeah, I know. I got this. I just don't want it to be too overpowering and people not to hear me in case they have questions. Oh, is this the two-pass method? Yeah. I plan for it to be, if people are still here, when this first pass, when the dither pass is done, then I'm going to be switching it over and doing the second pass as well. Anytime anybody got any questions, just go ahead and ask, and I'll just throw in comments here and there if nobody has any questions. I'll just mention different things here and there. I can hear you fine, and I hear the music, and I'm on a phone. Okay, perfect. That's perfect, Jeff. Thank you so much, Jeff. This is one of my favorites that you have on this playlist, definitely. I like the chill stuff like this. Let's see if I can't change the zoom on me. I'm kind of like barely there. Not like anybody needs to see my face up close. But let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Well, there we go. That's as good as it's getting. It's a little bit better. Alright. We doing this now. I too listen to my playlist in my work truck on long drives. Yeah. It's chill. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a good playlist. Nice. Real nice, Jeff. Alright. Let me see what we got going here real quick. Probably gonna take a minute break already just to grab myself another drink. Ugh. I haven't listened to any of these ones, Jeff. So these are all gonna be the new ones. Also, if anybody has any questions about anything else besides diode engraving, you can ask those too. I'll do my best to answer. Excuse me. It's showing the connection is pretty good, so that's good. Earlier, it did not show my connection being that great. Yeah, you definitely added some new ones, which is cool. Just a heads up, for people that are in here that are diode users, I did, and I always do, adjust my belts and wheels pretty much almost every single time I do engrave. If your diode sits for more than a day or two, you're going to want to go ahead and adjust the belts and wheels on it. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. I wish I could bring more to the table this time, but I'm hoping people will have some questions and stuff. Oh, good. No buffering yet. Yep. It shows that for whatever reason, I guess when I moved this, it helped a little bit when I moved the Wi-Fi whatever antenna thing, that it helped a little bit. 'Cause we doing good. It's showing green for go. Oh, good. Awesome. I'm trying to find a good time too, and I know this is the first like real stream that I'm doing, so you know, we'll see how much people we get and how many people have questions and stuff like that. What machine are you working with? Oh, whoops, I moved the camera for a second. This is OLM3, Ortro Laser Master 3. It's just a standard setup, 10-watt diode. I believe it was either $299 or $399. Honestly, it's a super nice machine. I love the OLM3. My laser module broke on my other one because I actually broke off the power cord where it's plugged in at the top right there of the laser module. It was screwed up. Mistakes were made. I had it for a long time. I need to turn the music down for myself, though, because it's really bothering me here. I hear it too loud. Where are we at here? Oh, right here. There we go. Yes. Yep, the OLM3, yep. Correct. And, yeah. I have no affiliation with them or anything, but I promise you they make a very nice laser. Well, the thing is, the laser module, that's what makes the biggest difference. The belts and wheels and the rest of it, it's okay. It's mid-tier. But the laser module, definitely, mwah. I think, what is it? It's I think it's 0.05, right? 0.05 diameter dot size, I believe. And that allows you to go up to 508 DPI with it, but like I always say, you don't want to actually try to hit the highest DPI mark, because you're going to overburn a little bit no matter what material you're running on. Has some music went down? Do I need to adjust anything on here as far as the music? Let me try turning this up. Because I turned my headset music down. Let me just see. Maybe that'll be good. Yeah, can you still hear it? Is it still okay? We love the 3D print. I didn't even notice your name. That's hilarious. I like it. I also have a 3D printer. I have my Persa MK3. It's an older one now, but it works really good. It's very nice. It took me like, my 3D printer took me like freaking 20 hours to set up. Can the same settings be used with the two-pass method be used for most of the 3D designs, or does each require fine-tuning? Okay, so as far as settings go, the settings will be very similar, but the image work is different. When I do my two-pass method, there's always a million ways to do everything, but I came up with my own personal way of doing engraving on the wood, just to kind of bring out more contrast, and the two-pass method that I use, the settings are very similar except grayscale, but the design is quite a bit different, and that's what's important with grayscale. It is ultra finicky. The design work and the shading for grayscale has to be on point. If things are just a little bit off, you'll overburn. It's instant overburn. It's not very loud, but I can hear. Okay, let me just adjust it one more time on here. There we go. I turned it up one notch so I can hear my... Maybe that's a little bit too much. Because I have... The way I have it set up... Okay, they're right there, I think. This is just a quiet soundtrack. The way I have it set up in OBS is... I have... a whole bunch of messages on here. Let me close that. I have it going through my headset, like the sound, instead of it picking it up through YouTube or whatever. I have the sound going through my headset, and it picks up my headset sound. So if I adjust that sound, it's going to adjust it too. Wait, I'm thinking about getting an F2 Ultra UV. That's a good choice. I mean, X-Tool's much better than it used to be. X-Tool was good for beginners. Now it's I'd say it's like a mid-tier machine. It's good for beginners, but it's also fairly decent for more delicate and better worked as well. Especially the F2 Ultra with the UV, you can do nice work with the UV. It makes it much easier for engraving on wood, like doing like whatever, portraits, family photos and stuff, like whatever, just anything like this. That UV is super nice, because once you have the settings dialed in with that, you literally, you don't ever change anything. You just put another piece of wood down. It's almost like printing. It's almost like cheating. A UV laser. You can finance one for $200 a month. That's not too bad. I mean, depends on how many months. What is that, like a year probably? What, that $2,400 if it's a year? Well, I mean, you know, it depends. I would say it depends on what you're planning on to do with it, and with it, like if you're using it for business reasons, obviously a UV laser, you're gonna want to look into that at some point for production speed reasons. Oh, 24 months. Oof. Damn it, man. Okay, so 4,800 for the UV. I would say that that's still like if you have a business and you're using it for doing production image work, um, then it's worth it. Otherwise, yes, this diode, just a regular old diode, um, is much slower, but it. I still say that a diode like this diode can actually do better work than a UV can. The richness of the engraving, you can adjust it and fine tune it better with a diode than you can with the UV still. But if you're not looking to do like single piece, super really nice, ultra detailed single piece, then the UV, as far as like production, that's going to be a much better choice. Or if you just don't want to deal with the mechanical end of things, UV is definitely a better choice. Oh, 180 a month, okay. As someone who got the F1 Ultra, then realized it wasn't ideal for wood as I wanted, then I bought a Glowforge for CO2, and now buying an 80 watt, oh sorry about background noise, and now buying an 80 watt CO2 really make you sure you know what you want to engrave. Exactly, yes. The neighbors. The most important part, if you're going to be putting a lot of money into it, the motor's going to stop in a minute. But if you're going to be putting a lot of money into it, then alright, anyway, if you're going to be putting a lot of money into it, you need to make sure that you know what you're going to be using it for. Okay, I'm taking a quick break, 2-second break. I'm going to grab me a drink and try to see what the neighbor's doing here. I see the UV as awesome, but the part it shines at is very niche, which is a good or bad thing depending on what. Yep, exactly. That's exactly the whole deal. For someone starting out, I do not recommend getting a fiber or UV or anything like that. This laser, I think, like I said before, I'm pretty sure this laser cost me $300. So only have a diode, but want to explore into the fiber world. Yep. it could be good. Again, like we've been saying, just make sure that you know what you're going to be doing with the fiber. Make sure you have a plan set out. Love the F1 Ultra for its versatility, but if it was gonna buy a single machine, or maybe main a cheap one, be CO2, then a cheaper diode. Okay, yep. CO2, I'd say CO2 is mostly for... Did the music stop? What the heck did I do? The CO2 is great for, again, for production. Let me turn the music back on. Here. Alright, here. I don't know what I did. Let me just start with the whole thing here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so if you have a compound lens, then you can do nice, rich engravings on wood. But CO2, I would say definitely is great for production type work. Neighbor's noise isn't coming through very loud. Oh, good, thank God. I thought because he got his motorcycle going, I was like, oh, great. One of the sounds is quite for like 20 seconds. I don't know why. Oh, okay, yeah, no, it was actually just because I think I had just played the one song to check it out. I'm gonna go through the whole playlist and just let it go. I would say that this has probably about an hour left or so, we'll see if people stick around, and if they do, then I'll go ahead and run that grayscale pass afterwards. I mean, you could see, just doing the dither pass, if you got everything dialed in good, the results are going to be good. I'm just looking, I like to get as much contrast as possible, the very most contrast, and also we're just going with Yingling. There you go. Yep, that's what we're having tonight. That's what we're doing tonight. Kind of bummed because I get so many people that always have a million questions for me, and I've tried a couple times to do a stream and get some people in here to ask some questions, but it doesn't seem to work out that great very often, or ever. It could be, maybe what I'll do, we'll see how it goes, and maybe what I'll do is like a once a month I'll do like a live stream, and then other times I'll just do like videos showing different things. I think a lot of the questions I get maybe are to do with the image work, but the image work is the hardest stuff to explain. Image work is, I mean, there's a lot to do with it. It depends on the medium. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. Excuse me. There's a lot. There's a lot of variables when it comes to image work. And I think a lot of people are hoping that there's just some AI program that they can just use, and it's just not that simple still. I'm sure in a couple years, within the next year or two, there's going to be some better AI programs to help edit your images to engrave better. But currently, you need a mixture of AI and actual image editing in a program like GIMP or Photoshop. And then you need to enhance it. So there's just a lot. Yeah. There's a lot to explain, and the mediums completely change the engraving. You can't just use any any art design. You can't just use any design on any medium. It doesn't work like that. I can tell you one thing for sure, that as far as engraving goes, editing, doing image work and editing for wood is by far, wood diode engraving is by far the most difficult. If you're doing invert work on something like just maybe like slate or whatever, or a flask or something like that, it's not nearly as frustrating and time consuming to do the image work. It's a lot easier. This has pretty nice richness and detail going on. But just wait till this finishes and we hit it with that second pass if you guys are still around. Oh man, why? It's 9:30 at night. Come on, guys. Oopsies. Yeah, so I'll gauge the feedback and the views and everything like that to try to help me decide whether I should focus mostly on just creating nice designs, or if people are really interested in trying to get help with stuff, or what the situation really is. They are poised. They poised the F1 Ultra as the all-arounder too, but the shiny cool factor wore off quick. Yeah, here's the thing, like, you don't ever want to listen to any of that shit. I can tell you right now, there is no such thing as an all-arounder. Like, I mean, there is, but you'll never reach the higher levels of engraving or detail or anything like that with an all-arounder machine. Like, that means if it's all-arounder machine, that means it's going to do everything okay. It's not going to do anything great. And it's not going to do anything horrible. It's just going to do everything okay. I end up using the diode 80% of the time, so 4K diode, it's deep. My fault. I wish I knew better at the time, yeah. Right, but if you look at material lists that UV can engrave, it's like 90% of the world. Super Abaja of lasers is coming from Subaru. Nice, nice. I really want to try to show people that you can do good engravings with, you know, a $200-300 diode, that you don't need to have the higher end machines, but they are, you know, of course they are nice. I mean, I love my fiber. My OMG 60-watt MOPA fiber is very nice. Very nice, and it does jobs really quick. But, you know, going for speed isn't really always what you want. I mean, it really just depends, like, what type of business you're in. For me, I'm trying to mix, you know, art with nice engraving with a little bit of AI, like obviously AI as well, but I'm trying to make, you know, something, you know, nice stuff, really nice, clean stuff, and yeah, that as long as you got everything dialed in, you can do that pretty much with any machine. It's just a, you know, if you're in a rush, you want the better shit. I have my fiber lasers for metals. I want UV for glass and some other leather work. Yep, that's smart. Yep, the glass and leather work is going to be very nice for UV would be very nice for that. That's the difference if you have to extract real use case, exact use case. Yes, real use case. Yep. What watt are you using for that engraving? This is a 10 watt. This is actually just a standard OLM 310 watt laser. I believe it was either $299 or $399 when I bought this. This is the, you could kind of see a little bit of the purple right there at the top. It was supposed to be like a limited edition, but like all it is just colored purple, isn't it? There's nothing different about this limited edition except for the color of the laser shell. But the thing is, because the laser, the dot size is so small that it compresses that 10 watts into a smaller diameter dot size and allows you to, it makes it look like this is 13% power. Like, I constantly get people telling me, hey, no, you're full of crap, that's not 13% power, blah, blah, blah. And it is, with the right wood, with the right prep work, and with the right laser head, this is 13% power right here. I'm using a speed of like 3,000 millimeters a minute, and this is 13% power. I'm getting the P3 80 watt CO2, but I'm doing a lot of big wood cuts. I would say the F1 Ultra is great for all the metal biz cards, etc. I don't have the base and monster 80 watt to 100 watt machine. Yep, that's true. It's all going to be on a case-to-case basis. If you just enjoy engraving and you would like to do like little little markets and stuff like that and just meet people and have a good time, a 10 watt diode is more than fine. And then once you're ready to move up, you just slowly move up. And once you have a good plan and you know what you want to do, then you're ready to go ahead and get a fiber or UV and you know, look into making money. But what I love is being able to do little markets and have fun and meet people and enjoy what I'm doing. I don't want to just pump out crap as fast as possible. That's not what I do. That's not what I want to do, and that's not what I quit machining for. It's looking awesome so far. Thank you very much. That would make a good stream just on the actual prep work of the material. Yep, I can definitely do that. I was actually thinking about adding that to this, but I could go over it really quick. The prep work for this is very simple. This is red cedar, so it has a nice burn no matter what. Any of the redwoods, you're looking for a medium wood. You don't want a hardwood or a softwood. You definitely don't want a softwood, because all you're going to be doing is pushing down into that wood. You're not actually going to be burning a nice engraving without like perfect settings and the perfect image and stuff like that. But so what I could say is the prep work for this was very simple. What I did was I sanded this down really good at like 75 grit, like a real rough grit. Then I went back over it with I think a 150. I'm pretty sure 150 grit sander, and then after that 320. Till the whole surface was basically like glass. Sorry, excuse me. I think IDO the same as well. Okay, I do the same as well. Okay. Medium woods will give best diode engravings. Yes, correct. You need that medium wood. You need to find something right in the middle. But you know, some people like the heavy like grain. Something like some people don't like the red cedar because you can see. You can just see like the grains that are stroking down through it and I love that personally because you can see the wood in it as well. Like I really like the grain view, but some people don't like that. They just want to be able to, they want it to look like a print. They want it to be like something you're printing. And I don't want that. I want to be able to see some of that grain of the wood. I love that. I fought so many of the cheap laser blanks at first, bamboo and fake junk. Yeah, bamboo is the hardest to work with, I can promise you that, because bamboo isn't wood. Well, first of all, bamboo is not wood. Second of all, it's inconsistent as all hell. And yeah, oof, it's bad. Vector work only for bamboo. Nice Belgian, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm drinking my Yingling, guys. I'm sorry. It's looking good so far. I was a little concerned. I wanted to do an image. I haven't done... This is a modified version of an image of a design that I made a long time ago. And I fixed it up a little bit, changed some things. And I'm running it again. I didn't want to take a design that I haven't proven and tested before because, again, when we get to the grayscale here in a little bit, grayscale is so sensitive. You overburn one little, like, when it comes to the image work, if the image work is just a little bit off, you're going to overburn. And I'm going to run the grayscale. I'm going to run that at 212 DPI, which is considerably lower. This is 282 DPI I'm doing the dither at 13% power, like I said, and about a speed of about 50 millimeters a second. So 3,000 millimeters a minute or whatever, something near there. But, yeah, I'm running, because of overburn when grayscale, and it's so sensitive, grayscale is so sensitive, I'm going to be running that at 212 DPI, compared to 282 DPI that I'm engraving. Basically, what you want to do with your laser is, you want to get to the point where the DPI is just high enough that you don't see the lines separating each stroke that the laser goes back and forth. You want it just to the point where you no longer see any lines. So the DPI is generally going to be pretty low when you're doing woodwork, engraving, you know, wood engraving. Because, like, it overburns a lot. This is, like I said, this laser can hit 508 DPI, and I'm running at 282 because of the wood I'm using, and mostly just because of the wood I'm using. That's the main reason. You can run all the way up to... I wouldn't run 508 ever, because that's the maximum DPI that this laser module can achieve. So I'd say, you know, whatever, 423 if you're going to go metric. Probably 423 DPI, and you can run something, you know, like that high when you're doing like an inverted image. Like maybe you're going to do a business card or something. You could hit that at 423 DPI with this laser. But that doesn't mean, like, that, none of that means anything. You have to be able to test out some engravings first and see how much overburn there's going to be. That's what makes the difference. I recommend just taking a picture. If you have a newer phone, take a picture and zoom in and take a really good look at it and see what DPI you can hit on the different woods. Always start with the lowest power possible. Where you get your cedar? Okay. Have you tried any cedar fencing boards? Okay, no. Okay, so red cedar, there's a huge difference between red cedar and the general cedar like that you get for housework and boards like that you use for stuff. I get my cedar. Everybody should, well, if you live on an island or something like that, you're gonna have more problems, but generally speaking, everybody should be able to go to Google, and what you want to do is just put in wood mill near me, something like that, and find a wood mill, some place that mills the wood already into long strips, and then buy the long planks from the wood mill near your house. Otherwise, if you're going to Home Depot or something like that, they're just going to be using cheap wood that's for whatever type of construction or whatever. It's not ideal. But you'd be surprised if you Google wood mill near me. You probably have one near you unless you live on an island. I actually have one, the wood mill that I bought this from. This guy has all kinds of wood down there at his place, and I think it's like maybe 5 minutes away from my house. It's crazy, and he's a really good guy, and you know, it's nice. Alright, bro, I'm gonna go pass. Yeah, I know. If you're East Coast, it's getting later. I tried my best to try to find like a middle ground for everybody. Warp to the extreme. Oh, when you bought it off the internet or whatever, cedar planks. Yep. I actually did try that before. I bought cedar planks that, like, for cooking wood, fish, not wood, for cooking fish or whatever, and yeah, they were so warped. You 100% want to look into seeing if there's a wood mill near your house. Yeah. If there's a mill close by, yeah, then you're good. You have to work tomorrow? Come on, Jeff. What the heck? Who does that? It's a Saturday. Well, we were up to about 10 concurrent, so not bad. My problem is that I'm not good at the business end of things, and I don't know how to advertise. I don't even, I hate dealing with it. I don't like to deal with any of that stuff. I just like to make nice designs and engrave them. And try to help others, you know. We'll see, like I said, we'll see over time. We'll see what type of feedback and everything I get from this, and we'll proceed as necessary. Sorry. With AT Wood, AI is a big help for that side now. For what? Wait, say again, Josh? I don't... What were you saying? Do I follow any of the other laser channels? I do not. I don't. I don't. I need to do all that stuff. I need to follow other laser channels and um, all that stuff. I actually just got really frustrated with what I find with a lot of these other laser guys. I get really frustrated sometimes because I don't want to bring things down. It doesn't matter, but I only follow people that I know are doing this type of stuff for the love of it. Um, I don't follow any of the big name guys or anything like that. Oh, AI from marketing, I meant. Yeah, yep, that is a good idea. And I've been looking at that too. I use Chat GPT to try to help me with the stuff I like that I don't do well, like the marketing and stuff like that. To try to get tell me what I should do to try to help with it. And yeah, and I've gotten a lot, not a lot, but I've gotten quite a few different business propositions. Um, but I haven't taken up any of the offers that I've gotten because I prefer, after doing machining for almost 20 years and doing production work, like I really want to be able to do something I'm passionate about. I don't want to engrave names on gravestones and stuff like that. Yeah, you probably see my frustration on Reddit because there's a lot of mean people. Like, people will just, I don't know if they're just being assholes or whatever, but a lot of people will immediately, they'll see something I make and they'll just be like, oh, AI. And I'm like, okay, well, just so you know, everybody's been using AI for a long time. It's not just you. It's how you use AI. It's whether you're using it as a tool or you're using it just to create garbage. Like, there's a big difference between just using it to basically rip off people and scam people and make garbage, and someone that uses it as a tool to try to make something that's nice and something that's worthwhile. The thing people miss is certain AI models are better for Yep, that's exactly right. So I'll explain it really quickly for anyone that doesn't know too much about AI. Every AI is different. It's better at doing certain things and worse at doing other things. And that's not going to change for a very long time because of the amount of power consumption that's required. You you can't use a single AI to get you anything valuable. It's not going to happen. You can take multiple AIs and combine them and use them in different ways, and then sprinkle in some type of actual human work to come up with good results. But the people that are just taking a AI image and they're just putting it out there and saying, hey, this is an engraving image, no, it's not. I was in a miserable telecommunications career, hit my 10-year anniversary, and it was like go 2 weeks later, and workforce reduction, aka outsourcing. Yeah, that sucks really bad. I'm sorry about that, Josh. Yeah, I ended up actually just quitting after 18 years because the owner of the shop that I worked at, um, the owner of the shop that I worked at, he was on autopilot, and he just let me and a couple of the other guys that did the programming and did the other stuff just basically handle everything. There was no managers, there was no anything. He didn't want to he didn't want to label anybody because then they would have to get special benefits, special things. So there was no boss, there was no foreman, shop foreman, there was nothing at this small, medium-sized shop that I worked at for CNC milling. Well, that CNC milling what I did, it was a machine shop, obviously, but after a while, I just told him that I wasn't going to do it anymore. He didn't want to take care of the problems, and he didn't want to have a manager, so I just decided it was time. I did that for almost 20 years, and it was time. I hit 40 years old, and I told myself once I hit 40, I'm going to try to make a life like doing something that I care about, something that I like, something that I enjoy, something I could try to help people with, and that's what I do now. No, I'm not making a fortune or anything, but I'm surviving, and I'm doing something I care about. Same AI that's great for images will be terrible for marketing and vice versa. Oh man, I don't even mean that. I mean, like, it goes a lot deeper. That's true, obviously, but it goes a lot deeper than that. As in, one AI might be really good at human faces, and one AI might be great at whatever, cartoon designs. One AI might be good at making vector style images, and one AI like, there's absolutely no way that you can sit there and just purchase yourself a $15 a month AI that's going to make you everything that you want it to make you, and it's all going to turn out great. It's just going to be random. AI is random as hell, and every AI is better at doing one thing than another AI is. And the power consumption is completely insane for AI, and the file size is completely insane. That's why every AI specializes in something, because there's not enough. The file size is going to be way too much, and you need too much power. You just can't do it right now. That's why they're working on supercomputers. Because supercomputers will be able to process a lot more data a lot faster, and they'll be able to communicate 10 different AIs together at one time to give you something that's actually valuable. But that's far off. That's more like down the line when we hit general AI. Still sipping on the Yinglings. Yeah, it is kind of a bummer. You can see why diodes are not always what people want to go to, simply because how long it takes. But you can see that you can get very nice quality with a diode. You just have to, give it some time. If you're doing like small markets and stuff, I recommend diode. It does super clean work. It's got to be what do they call it back in the day, like a well-oiled machine. Like you need there's a lot of stuff that you have to do to keep your diode in good condition, but it can do really nice stuff, and stuff that you feel good about. Instead of just printing out random crap on wood as fast as you can. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. The richness is nice. Wait till we see that real dark come in once the grayscale hits. Some people think that great, no boss, but you said it can be terrible, kind like unlimited time off scam. Yep. Anybody that thinks not having a good boss is a good thing, like Those are just people just looking to collect a paycheck. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, depending on the type of work you're in. I mean, if you're working at a fast food place, I'd just be there to collect a paycheck too. But if you're trying to do something meaningful, like I really love doing CNC millwork. I really liked it because I did the prototyping when the last couple of years I worked there. I did the prototypes, and I designed the fixtures, and I set up the whole job. I wrote the programs. I even made the 3D model. I even made the blueprints sometimes. I did everything, every part of it, and like it felt good. It felt like I was accomplishing stuff and everything like that. But not having a boss to say, hey, good job, or say, hey, this asshole needs to get back to work, or whatever. That stuff can bring you down when you're in a higher position. It can start bothering you when you care about what you're doing. I learned about the channel from another laser guy that used one of your designs, following and offering your designs to them in return for a short out will help your channel grow. Wait, let me reread this, Kevin. I learned about your channel from another laser guy that used one of your designs, following and offering your designs to them in return for a shout out. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I need to do that. What I really need is a manager. I need a manager so I can just because it's a lot to do when like this, like making a design like this one right here. This one, like to try to make it clean and make the two different layers and make something that's gonna be, I know it's gonna be good and everything. It takes a couple hours. Even though, people might be like, oh, it's AI. No, I mean, whatever. It took me a couple hours to make the design. And I deal with... I have so many messages during the day from so many people, and it's just like random questions and stuff. And trying to deal with that, trying to design stuff, trying to make, like, just everything that's involved. It takes up so much time, and I need to figure out the business stuff. This video, like just setting up for this video that we're doing right now, I spent the whole day doing this. I spent the entire day trying to make this clean, make everything look good. Yeah. Yep. Everything takes time. I gotta pick and choose where to spend my time and how to do it right. I can try to get a zoom in of this. I feel like it's just gonna be crappier quality if I zoom in on it though. Let me see what I can do. There we go. I mean, I think that's a little bit better, maybe, right? Maybe? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Ugh. I am a bit frustrated, though. I mean, like, nobody hardly has asked any questions or anything. I feel like I just need to work on the business end of things. That's going to be the most important part. And I'll probably just after I give this a try a couple times, I'll probably pull back. I know I need to grow, but it's a great start, and I appreciate the work you put in setting this up. I'm sure this will continue to grow. Yeah, I'll keep it up. It could be better maybe if I just did videos, like not live streams or whatever. Maybe I could just do videos, but I don't know how helpful. I thought that it would be more helpful if I do live streams where people are gonna ask me questions and we could have fun, but I didn't get hardly any. Honestly, I got like I post a new design I make or what, like a new engraving I made or whatever, and I might get like 200 likes, and then I post, hey, I'm gonna do a live stream to try to help people, and I get like 2 likes. I'm like, okay, well, I guess people don't need help. I thought that everybody kept asking me, but then I guess that's not it. I wanted to ask a few questions, but I have had some things going on tonight, got distracted. It's fine. Like I said, this is all new to me. I'm trying to figure out what the best way of going about things is. And this is the only way to figure it out. I feel bad because I could have got a couple designs done today for Patreon, and I spent the whole day working on this. People love live streams? Okay. I honestly think that a big part of it is that I need to be on like Twitch, and I need to live stream it on a bunch of different platforms at once. Consistency of live stream gains more people. Yep, that's true. I can't afford to spend like too many hours doing video prep and stuff like that, because it'll distract me from Patreon members and designs. So I'll figure out a good middle ground and a good time or whatever. I'm not sure if this is a good time for everybody. Ugh, the freaking neighbor. What is going on? It's 10 o'clock at night. Jeez. Once you have the rhythm down, the streams, etc. Yeah, it will. It definitely will. Exactly. I just struggle real bad with it because, like, I bought this camera. I bought a couple different lenses for this camera, and I bought a bunch of different stuff. And now when I try to plug this expensive camera in that I have, all of a sudden it keeps shorting out the other camera for some reason, and it's just stupid crap like that. Like, it's the dumbest crap, and I'm like, I have so many things I could be working on right now, and I'm trying to get this camera to work with this camera, and it's not wanting to. I'm like, Jesus, it's frustrating as hell. Yeah, Neighbors of the Year. I don't know what the hell why they picked tonight for this. Once you start regular lives, you won't near as much prep time. Yes, yep, that's true. I feel like this is probably better than, like, I think everything looks pretty good, but I'm really frustrated because look at this, like, it's blurry. The image looks kind of blurry because I don't have my good camera that I spent a bunch of money on working. It's just super frustrating. I need to get more professional about my setup for things and get this camera working. It's fine. Sleep is for the weak. Beer fixes it. We'll see if we still have like 5 or 6 people in the stream, then I'll go ahead and start the grayscale. And you know, maybe I'll let it run the whole time. Maybe we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, you'll see the contrast really come in once we hit that grayscale. It was really nice of my friend Jeff. Like, if I get little bits of help here and there, then it's not nearly as bad. Like, my friend Jeff made, he does, like, some of the type of AI music stuff. I don't know anything about it, but, it makes, it's not, you know, it's copyright free, so he made me this playlist, and he made me the whole thing so that I could just have some music in the background and stuff like that's helpful. It's super nice. Yep. Oh, are you East Coast? I'm fading now, so I'll probably drop off soon. East Coast. Yeah, I'm East Coast. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yep. See, I know. It sucks. But you know, the West Coast people weren't gonna be out of work, so I was like, I thought maybe I'd catch more people, but honestly, so far with all my streams, I usually hit between like 5 to 10 people concurrent stream viewers or whatever. And it doesn't seem to really make too much of a difference if I post about it or not. I'll stop crying about it. It's fine. And it's not the end of the world anyway. If live streams and stuff like that don't end up working out, then it's not going to be the end of the world. I give me more time, a lot more time to focus on just designing and trying to improve my work. But I am thinking that there might not be enough people to bother with the grayscale. I'll probably let it run, and then I'll probably let the grayscale run, and then just turn off the live stream once it ends, and I'll probably go relax while the grayscale's running. It's still gonna be a little while till then, but. I think one of the things is that if people aren't logged into YouTube, then they can't chat. So if Josh is out, it's probably just me and you, Kevin, if you're still there. There's a couple other people viewing or whatever, but they're just lurkers. Oh, and this time the slot might work well in your favor because other guys seem to compete for a Saturday, Sunday time slot. Oh, do they? Yeah. Yep, that's true too, because Friday nights people are probably pretty tired and they're not really wanting to get into a live stream or anything like that. They're probably just wanting to chill, have a couple beers, watch some TV, and go to bed. Have a good night, Josh. Thank you so much for coming. It's super important to me, honestly. It's looking good, but like I said, the real meat and potatoes is gonna be on the grayscale. What the heck? The neighbors are so crazy tonight. Now they're driving around in circles in a golf cart. Jesus. I watched some good foreign film. Night before last. It was something the tank or something like that. Tank. Some basic name or whatever, but it was actually pretty good. I think it was on Prime. I really liked it. I recommend. Grayscale is where I seem to struggle. Yeah, because grayscale is a beast that you cannot tame almost. It's very difficult. And that's why you when you see me when I do grayscale on wood, you'll only see me do it as like overlay after the initial engraving's done. I'll overlay some basic grayscale engraving, because yeah, it's not something you want to mess with because of overburning. The laser doesn't stop. The laser just changes how much power it's using. The laser that when we're doing a dither, the laser goes in pulses, and it pulses the same amount of power each time, and it creates dots. And the closer the dots are together, the darker it gets. But grayscale is completely different. It's using a constant stream of power, and the power is just adjusting based on the grays in the image. And it doesn't, because it doesn't stop, you can overburn instantly. Like, that's why, let me see. Here, I'll switch this to image here for a minute. Let's just take a look at this really quick. This is the image that I dithered. This isn't the dithered version of it, but this is the image I dithered, right? Okay, watch this. Let me bring up the other one. Okay, this is the grayscale. You notice how there's almost no shading in it. It's almost pure white and black with just a hint of shading. That's how you have to have your grayscales. You can see some shading in different areas, like a little bit, but for the most part, it's almost like pure white with black edging or line tracing or whatever you want to call it. I use basically what I do is I use high pass to pull out just like the details, and then I overlay it on a really light version of the image. I take the image and I will cut out all the darkness in it and just have a little bit of the shading, and then I overlay just the details over top of that for the grayscale. Yeah, see, it looks like everybody pretty much is going to bed. I think we only got a couple people left, so I'll probably maybe I gotta decide, but I guess the grayscale is gonna take another. What did this take so far? What are we at here? We're at 90%, and we're at an hour and 15 minutes, so the grayscale is going to be like another hour and 45 minutes. This is the image, this is the design, this is the other version of the image that I'm using for the grayscale, yes. This is the grayscale design. I have two different designs. One for doing the grayscale and one for doing the dither. You can see the outlines, the detail lines that I have in here, and that the shading is almost completely gone. It's almost just white with detail lines with just a hint of shading. And then if I open up the other one, now if you look at this, this has the full shading in it, and it has everything. Like it has the full. It's not dithered. This isn't the dithered version of it, but this is the image that I dithered, and you can see it has all the full shading in it. And then if I bring this back open and I open up this grayscale, boop. Now you can see. Whoopsies. Where's the image at? Okay. You can see that that almost all the shading's gone, because as soon as you try to run your grayscale, you'll be overburning. If you have very much shading at all, you'll overburn immediately. It depends if the image, there is images that are like, if you took like a depth map, you could run the depth map in grayscale, and you might get like you could do depth with that or whatever. You could try to do that, like probably do like 5-6 passes and try to put some depth in something, and it would work or whatever, as far as the depth map. But if you're doing image work like this design, like an HU design, you can't do that. Apparently I had it backwards. I thought the grayscale was supposed to have no. No, just no. Just no, Kevin. Yes, because that's how a lot of people think, but I don't know if I have a depth map that I could show you for an example of why it works with a depth map. Let me see if I have something here. Just looking to see if I have like a basic depth map. What do I got? Blah, blah, blah. Let's just take any depth map. Let's just look at this. Excuse me. Okay. This would work if you used grayscale, because the grays blend together. Like, it slowly changes gray with a depth map. So you can, if you wanted to cut depth, you could do like 5 passes grayscale with something like this. But you see how there's no details in this. So all you would be doing is cutting depth. There's no detail in anything like this. So this would work, but it only works like that because there is how the shading works, in that how it smoothly shades from one, like the transitions from the grayscale are nice and smooth. That's why it would work if you were to grayscale that into layers, like 5 passes or 6 passes. But if you use something like this right here, the image that I used to dither, this is way too harsh. This would overburn very easily. I don't even know how to explain it very good. My understanding of grayscale, but yes. So if you're wanting to do an HD image, like, or a photo, like a family photo or something like that, and you wanted to be able to add some more richness with a grayscale, you would only be wanting to do just the most important detail lines and just a hint of shading. That's all you would want, and you would want to do a dithered pass. Basically, just stay away from grayscale. It's a bad news, unless you edit the image specifically for grayscaling. Also, grayscale only, you're only going to want to do that when you're cutting depth or on wood. If you try to grayscale, like an inverted image, like something like, I don't know, whatever, business card. Um, well, grayscaling a business card, you're gonna have blowout constantly everywhere. That would not work. It will work. I mean, anything will work. It's just gonna be a nightmare. We're almost to the grayscale pass, actually, and we do have 7 people. So maybe I will go ahead and throw on the grayscale. Yep. If you had a depth map or, something like I just pulled up there, if you were using a depth map, you could cut depth by doing like 5 layers, grayscale layers in wood. You would use something like, your power would probably be something like 3% to 50%, and your speed would be like 2,000 millimeters a minute. And you could do like anywhere from 3 to 7 passes, and it would actually cut the depth in there off if you're using a depth map. But yeah, again, on HD images, like something like this, you cannot do that. You can only use grayscale if the image is designed for grayscale. Oh, we are getting very close here. Almost to the grayscale pass. Let me just check this out again. Okay, we are at 98%, so I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And the music. What the hell? We lost our music. We got to start it all over again. We put it back on because I have to take a quick bathroom break, and then we're going to start the grayscale. We have 8 people lurking or whatever. So we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and hit that grayscale. Gotta turn the fiber off. We'll be right back. Alright, it's time. We're gonna do the grayscale pass now. People, so get ready. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Switch it over. Open. Okay. Now I'm going to change this. What I was running was 50 millimeters a second at a max power of 13. And I'm going to change this to... I think I'm going to leave it at 50 millimeters a second, but I'm going to change the max power to 16. Turning pass-through off, and I'm turning grayscale mode on. And I'm going to set this to 212 dpi. And, oh, my minimum power I'm going to set to 2.5%. So the low is 2.5, the high is 16 for power, and the speed is 50 millimeters a second, which I kept the same. We're running grayscale mode at 212 dpi, which we were running at 282 dpi. Go back to origin. All I did was drop the next image in, and I have it automatically set for center. So literally just going back to the home position and or the origin position, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hit play. And just like that, we're off and running. Let me pull up my feed. Alright. So it'll take a little bit, but you'll start noticing some big changes here pretty soon. And got some new people in here, so if anybody logs into YouTube, they can ask me questions if they have any questions. Yeah, I think that's where I'm screwing up. I was overpowering with one path. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if are you talking about, Kevin, are you trying to do like depth work in wood? I'm using 50 millimeters a second still, which is, what is that, like 31 millimeters a minute or something? Let me think. Let me do the brain work here. Well, 6 times 6, 36, so it's, yeah, whatever, like 3,100 millimeters a minute. Okay, good. Yeah. Not good at math. I mean, I am, but not on the fly. Let me change the image to the grayscale version now, so I can see. Oh yeah, well, once it gets going here, you're going to be seeing some nice contrast. We should see some nice contrast going on here pretty soon. Excuse me. Dang, I might need to have one more beer. Hey! Hey from Vegas. Thank you. I remember you, 3DHP. I don't remember what your real name is, but I remember you showing up to a couple of my streams before. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes. Yeah, I haven't gotten to the second minute yet. Yeah. Oh, Kevin, you know Jerry? Wait a minute. How, wait, what? How do you know this? I'm confused, but awesome. Oh yeah. We're getting to some of the good stuff. Oh man, I wish I would have had my good camera working for tonight. Dang it. I just couldn't, for some reason it kept having an issue where it would shut one of the cameras off and turn the other one on, and I just got this dummy battery for it because I had to have a dummy battery for it to work when it's plugged into the computer. It was a whole deal. It was a nightmare, and I finally got it working, but as soon as I tried to use my other camera with it, it would shut that one off, and it was all screwed up. I'm thinking that I did okay here with 16% power. We'll see on some of the darker areas as it keeps going, but I can tell already I'm hitting that. I'm hitting just about black on the bricks where the lines of the bricks are, so it's about right. And I'm not seeing no overburn, so we're looking good, guys. We are looking good. Jerry, if you have any questions, just let me know. I have a weekly Maker live stream tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific. You're welcome to join in and promote yourself. The Jerry Show. I love it, the Jerry Show. Okay, I will do that. But how do I? Can you promote yourself right now? Can you post your YouTube for me on here, so everybody knows, including me? Better results than I normally get. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Looks like it's hard to tell if I slightly missed a mark on the darkness or not. I don't think we're gonna know for just a little bit. Yeah, because yeah. Once it gets to the actual Roman soldiers, the outlines are should really be strong there. I'm gonna turn this fan off really quick. I'm getting kind of cold. Alright. Okay, I'm on phone right now at 3D HP on YouTube. Okay, awesome. Oh wait, so Kevin, you and Jerry are friends? Oh yeah, we're about to hit the good spot. Raphael beat me to it? Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. Let me see. What did you put? 12 p.m. Pacific. So, yeah, not good with that. So that, what is that, 2... Is that 2 p.m. Eastern? What, Pacific? Is that 2 or 3 hours difference? I'll be there, no matter what. I have not done any cool pics with my fiber laser 60 watt JPG MOPA? Oh no, why not? Well, I could, I mean, I could definitely help you out there. Just seeing each other from the other channel. Oh! That's great. That's awesome. Probably could have notched it up like 1% more, but I think we're right there. Just seeing each other. Oh wait, lately? Oh, lately. Oh, okay. You haven't done anything lately. Okay. Done lots of in the past in videos. Awesome. Well, I mean, how long have you had your MOPA for, Jerry? Also, hopefully everybody can hear me good still. That's what I suggested, getting involved with other laser channel. Okay, well, with Jerry, yeah, I would definitely do that. There's just, there's a couple of the bigger name fellas that I definitely don't just, I don't mesh well with. Was in your Patreon in the past for a few months. Awesome. 2 years, I don't have friends, Rick, Patrick. Oh, okay. Oh man, I haven't heard anything from Patrick in a while. I hope he's okay. I think actually the way the light's hitting it, it's not, you're not getting to see those nice rich darknesses as good, but fear not, I will be posting this afterwards so you can get a better look at it. And I will get the dang camera, my good camera working so that we'll have better high resolution images to see, because I don't like the fact that this is a little bit blurry. I'm into 3D printing, laser, resin, CNC, too many hobbies. Oh man, yeah, we need to be best friends, Jerry, because I do all that too. I have my, I just reset up my Persa MK3i, or MKI3, yeah, MKI3, yeah. It's old, I know, and it took me like 20 hours to put together when I first bought it, but it still works really nice, and I like it. It's a very sturdy, good machine. Patrick is how I came about this channel. Yeah, Patrick wanted me to do like videos and stuff with him, and I had intended on doing that. I really wanted to, and I was not prepared yet to be able to do it. I didn't really know what I was doing as far as like video streaming and stuff like that. And I'm very shy, and I have a lot of social anxiety, so I got worried. I kept getting worried, I kept putting it off, and then we just never ended up getting streams together, and I really wanted to do some with him. You can see, it's so hard to see, dang it, you're missing out on all the good richness, guys. Let me see if somehow I can... Arrgh! Gosh dang it. Horrible, stupid webcam that doesn't show details. I don't know what else I could do. I don't think I can make it any better. Dang it. I gotta get that good camera going. Hey, but this is moving at a decent speed, and we still have 9 people. Keeps fluctuating between 9 and 10 people that are hanging out with us, so that's good. Patrick is good. Just has to take a break from things. Not sure if he'll be on tomorrow's online thing. Yeah, I think I saw something about him having personal life stuff, so that he wasn't on the Patreon anymore, like his personal Patreon. Patrick, Rich, and Jeremy livestream tomorrow 9/5. Okay, awesome. Wait, livestream tomorrow at night at 5 p.m. Pacific. I thought it was gonna be. I thought you said 12 p.m. Is that a different stream? You got 2 different streams? I definitely want to join with you guys because yeah, again, I'm horrible at business stuff, and I want to get more people interested and try to see if I can help with anything, and you know, just have fun. My stream, ISC 12? English, Jeremy. I don't know what that means. Or Jerry, I mean. Oh! 8 Eastern. Well, okay, yeah. Okay, 8 Eastern. They stream 5 hours after I start. They stream 5 hours after I start. So your stream is at 12 p.m. and then after your stream is they stream for 5 hours. What are they doing? Well, I mean, this stream is gonna end up. What time did I start this stream? At 9 Eastern, and it's almost 11. So this stream's gonna end up being, you know, a good 3 hours. Why is my video messing up a little bit? Yeah. Well, I assure you, this image, the dark areas are darker than what you see them here. That light is just shining in a way that you can't see the full richness of it. But I guess my wife is right. I'm a little too picky. I definitely need to connect with you guys. My stream is at 12 p.m. Pacific. They start their stream 5 hours later, not 4 or 5. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got Florida gnats running around all over. I see them now. You get bit up. Florida is pretty much just swampland at this point. Do you guys still hear me okay? Is the music too overpowering or anything? Please let me know. Oh, we got another person. What program are you running this picture? What program is running this picture? Oh, you mean like what am I using to engrave? I am using Lightburn. I'm just, this is the grayscale. This is the second pass. I'm doing a grayscale pass right now in Lightburn. Yeah, we can all get connected and, start doing some streams together and stuff. Oh, what laser? did I misunderstand? Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, yeah, it's a Laser Master OLM3 Ultra Laser Master 3. Yep, 10-watt diode, the standard, straight out of the box. No adjustments, just you know, belts and wheels adjusted, obviously. But yeah, this is just a straight up standard OLM3 laser. If you have any other questions, Winston, just let me know. Just ask away. That's what I'm here for. I'm trying to take a close look now to see if I'm seeing any type of issues, because I am running this at 212 DPI when I ran the dither at 282. And I feel like maybe... do I see a little bit of... maybe not, I don't know. Either way, the grayscale, oh my goodness. The other thing about grayscale is if your belts and your wheels, if you're just using a diode like this is, if everything isn't dialed in perfectly, you will see, you will know. I'm starting with Comgro Z1 20 watt too much. Do you know what the dot size is, Winston? The dot size is the important part. When it comes to diode lasers, the most important part is what your dot size is. Like this 10 watt right here, this is a dot size of, I'm almost positive it's 0.05. Let me check, let me double check that for you. I'm looking. 0.05. Yep, that is correct. This is a dot size of 0.05. This laser, and that's what's important. The amount of power and stuff like that isn't nearly as important as whatever the dot size of your diode laser is. Oh, did I? Yeah, I need to type my settings. Okay, for the for the dither, let me write it. 13% power at 50 millimeters a second. And the grayscale is 16%. Nope. 2.5 through 16% power at 50 millimeters a second. What did I do here? 2.5%. Stupid keyboard. Always do small material tests with different settings to see what looks best. Exactly, yep. Yep. Don't trust any type of, like, info you get from, especially from the laser company. But in general, take settings with a grain of salt. Because it depends on the material, it depends on how the material was prepped, it depends on... there's so many factors, and at the end of the day, what you're going to want to do is run tests. Run plenty of tests. The DPI is... oh yeah, I forgot to write that. DPI for the dither was 282. DPI for grayscale 212. Now, I am still tweaking a little bit of things here and there, so I can't promise you that I'm always gonna run that base, but That's also based on the image work. I would not worry about the grayscale part at all if you're new to laser engraving or diodes or anything. Always skip out on the grayscale unless you're ready for it. Yes. So, Winston, you're going to want to, if you're doing wood engravings like this, you're always going to want to start with low. You're always going to start low. Like low DPIs and low power and low speed. And then see how it comes out and then adjust from there. You're going to want to start with like a 212 or 254 DPI. And you're going to want to start with low power. The wood makes a huge difference, whatever wood that you're using. So, yeah, that's why you're always going to start with a very low power and low DPI. You can push wood very easily. Instead of engraving, you can push it in with the laser. So, if you don't start with super low power, you'll get mixed up very easily. You'll think you can just crank up the power, but in actuality, when you crank up the power, if the wood's a soft wood, you actually just push the wood in. You don't get a darker burn. You just get more pushing the wood in. Like you can feel it. If you run your finger over your engraving and you can feel areas that have been what's the word I'm looking for? Like basically engraved or oh man, I can't think. It's getting later and I've had a couple beers, but if you can feel any type of anything when you on your wood engraving, then you've gone too far. You're using too much power. You shouldn't feel anything. It should feel smooth right across the wood. Anything more than that, unless you're doing it on purpose, you've gone too far. Oh, you almost got it on fire? Oh no. Yes. So, definitely use, yep, start out low DPI and low power. 100%. And, like I already posted, I mentioned earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. Look up, check on Google to see if there is, a wood mill near you and get actual wood. Ordering wood online and stuff like that, I see a little bit of banding from the grayscale and the 212 in one spot around the shield area. It's really annoying. Ugh, either way. Yeah, so look for a wood mill, Google wood mill near me, and see if you have a wood mill somewhere around you, and get some type of mid, not super hardwood, but not super soft, like a redwood. This is, by the way, this is, let me tell you, red cedar. This is red cedar wood. There's a huge difference between cedar wood and red cedar wood, in case you're wondering. And there's actually a huge difference between western red cedar and eastern red cedar. So make that as what you will. This is eastern red cedar wood. I recommend for learning, I would recommend if you can't get your hands on my favorites, what we're looking at here, eastern red cedar wood. But if you can't get your hands on any of that, or whatever, some type of recommendation, I could recommend basswood, or Baltic birch. What else is good for starting? That burns good. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of choices, like a maple, but a maple doesn't have good contrast. It burns okay. But I would definitely go with even like a walnut, maybe. But yeah. Basswood, Baltic birch, walnut, those are good choices. I actually like this other wood it's called monkey pod. and that's a good wood too as well for burning, for engraving. But don't get down right away when you don't get good results, because there's plenty of variables, and one of the most important variables is the wood and the prep work you do to that wood. You should be sanding that wood with at like 100 grit or 75 grit at first, then bump it up to 150 grit, then bump it up to like 300 grit or whatever, 320, 150, and then 320. 320 will make it like glass, and that's what you want. You want that wood to be like a glass before you start engraving. That'll get you the best contrast you could possibly get. One trick that you can use too is you can sand it to 320 and it'll be almost like glass, and then you take it and you just sprinkle a little bit of water on it and wipe it around there, and it'll bring out, just barely mist the wood a little bit, and it'll bring out all the fibers in the wood, and dry it with a blow dryer or something, or just let it dry naturally, and then sand it one more time at 320 grit. And then that'll be literal glass, it'll be like. No, I mean, I don't see any huge issues with my laser going on here. I see some micro banding, but damn, it's very difficult to dial that in perfectly. I could have bumped this up to probably 254 DPI for the grayscale, and it might have helped with that a little bit. I only see it right around like the shield area, I think. Pretty much it's, and that's only because of the way the light's hitting it too, so. No. Yeah. It'll definitely be cool if if I'm able to do that live stream with you guys, Kevin and Cherry, because yeah, love to get involved with engraving with other people. Thank you very much. Thank you, Winston. I am currently, I'm on my 3rd year engraving, so I've had quite a bit of practice at this point. Oh, I'm only doing one grayscale pass with this design because I'm not trying to cut depth. Kevin, this is just going to be the single grayscale pass. It's a little bit of a bummer to how it's looking right here because of the lighting, how my lighting is. It's shining right down on it, and it's causing it to lose contrast and show imperfections while still being blurry. Like, I want to get that other camera going and get my lighting better. Dang it! Better than my 2 ducks I burned today. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if that's. I don't know if okay, that's good. I mean, yes, thank you. I wish, maybe if I link this to the Discord channel, then I could get to see the images, like, you guys could post images of stuff and everything, so I could see these ducks you burnt. Oh, also Winston, image work is going to be super important. You'll find that image work is once you find a wood that you like, if you're doing wood, wood is by far, by the way, wood is most difficult. Wood is the most difficult medium to engrave, period. And if you're doing wood, the image work needs to be pretty on point. That's when the fire started. Oh God. Oh Jesus. So I'm assuming you got this laser recently, Winston. And don't feel bad, because my very first engraving, I was screwing around and I had the laser sitting on my kitchen table. Like, it wasn't a good kitchen table, but it was a wood kitchen table. And I hit some button and then it homed out or something, and then I went to go engrave and it moved to the wrong spot, and I engraved a couple lines right on a kitchen table. Yeah, I did that. And it was dark too. It was way too much power, and I engraved some straight up lines right onto our kitchen table. Oh, so how many if you wanted the depth look? Okay, well, you wouldn't use this style image. This wouldn't be a good image to try to get the depth work in there. But if you were using a depth map with like a little bit of detail lines in it, I would say you would want to go with probably at least like 4 passes. I'd say 4 passes would be a good amount just to get a good test in. Oh, you just got your laser today? Okay, then yes. So, if you don't burn something up, you didn't do it right, because your first go at it, you're probably gonna be burning some shit. I ain't lying. It just comes with the nature of a laser. Yeah, so Winston, you're gonna want to check and see what your dot the diameter is on for that laser. That's the first thing I would do, because if it's like if it's like 0.08 or something like that, then you're gonna want to run your stuff like, say you're doing wood, you're gonna be doing it at like 212. And your other engraving, like for regular other mediums and stuff like that, you'll probably be doing it at like 318. But if it has a dot size, if your dot size of your laser is like 0.05, like this one or whatever, then you can do higher DPIs for sure. Oh man, you can't even see it, it's hilarious, but you'll be able to see it in the actual photo. The guy on the right hand side, the Roman warrior on the right, when I used, like I said, I use a blend of AI and actual editing and GIMP, and when I was re-rolling the AI image and trying to make improvements on it before I started editing it, I could not get his eyes right, and so I had to go in there and I took his left eye and I mirrored it in the horizontally, and then I dropped it in for his right eye because his right eye was all messed up, and I darkened it a little, shaded it a little bit, and it kind of looked almost a little cross-eyed, and I think I fixed it for the most part. Wait, let me see if I can, hold on. Oh, you can't even notice, I actually did a really good job on his right eye. It was, yeah, he looked all derpy like, but I just redrew his right eye on the right guy right there. But yeah, that's the thing with AI. You have to use it as a tool. You can't use it as an answer. You can't just use AI images to engrave. I don't care what anybody tells you. If you just use random AI images for engraving, you're gonna get random results, and it's gonna be all over the fucking place. Generally, what I do, in case anybody's curious, I'll use one AI, maybe even, it doesn't really even matter, GPT, or maybe a comfy UI workflow that I have or whatever, and I'll make an image. Then I'll take that image and I'll bring it into GIMP, and I'll sit there and I'll fix different things on it, contrast, of course, and different I'll delete, I'll remove different things and edit a bunch of stuff, fix a bunch of shit. Then I'll re-roll it in another AI, and then I'll edit it again before I enhance it. That's generally the way I do it. You know, because again, yeah, just using an AI image is gonna give you some crazy shit. AI images are very pixelated and they don't work that great for engraving. The results are gonna be all over the place, inconsistent, very inconsistent. Dang, my Yingling's gone. I might need to get another one. It's getting late here in Florida, guys. It is 11 o'clock at night, 11:06. But it didn't go too bad tonight. I think this was good. I had 123 different viewers, it says. Unfortunately, most of the people didn't talk, but it's okay. I don't know. See if I should just go ahead and have one more beer, or if I should just let this finish running by itself and come turn it off in half an hour. I feel like everybody's pretty much puttering out at this point. Are you still there, Kevin? Oh, Winston's still there. I have 1,000 questions, but I'll give it a week and learn something. Well, yeah, and make sure you like and subscribe, please, to my YouTube, and then you can just ask me any questions anytime you have any questions, because that's what I'm trying to do with these videos here. It was the point of me doing these live streams, is so that I can get people that are interested in lasers that need help, and try to help them the best I can. I know I'm not perfect, I'm not the best, and you know, I'm sure there's plenty of people that are probably better than me and say that I'm doing things that they don't think is right and stuff like that, but I just want to see, you know, try to help people and have fun. Awesome, thank you, Winston. Some of you guys have been known to go 4 or 5 hours on their live. Damn! I mean, I need to check out some of them. I ain't gonna lie, I get kind of frustrated and depressed sometimes, because there's quite a few of the people that do live streams and stuff like that, and do videos that are just, you know, they're just there for the money, and don't want to have any part of that. I'm here to have fun and learn and teach and you know. I don't want to feed anyone bullshit to try to sell a laser or anything like that, basically. My wife wishes I could go for 4 or 5 hours. Oh wait, what are we talking about again? I mean, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind doing like a 3, 4, 5. I don't really mind doing 5-hour live stream or whatever. If there's people there and everybody's having fun and asking questions and having good conversations and everything, I don't mind that. It's fine. Yeah, some do. Basically, what my method of figuring out if people are bullshit or and just trying to sell shit and lasers and stuff like that, or if they're actually, if they actually care and they're, doing it for the right reasons, is I just look to see if they've got fiber lasers and UV lasers, and they're a bunch of different companies and they're all brand new. They probably aren't doing it for the right reasons. If they're sitting on a diode and a fiber laser that they've had for 3 years, and they're not just in some a shop running like 6 different fiber lasers or whatever, then they're probably good people that are doing it for the right reasons. Unfortunately, it's frustrating because this business is one of those businesses, especially with AI, that has become a business that people try to scam each other in and try to mislead and give bad information and do different things that I don't like. I just don't like any of that. The easy way is, if anybody's curious whether somebody actually really is trying to do good stuff and show stuff and trying to help the community and everything, is to look at their actual work that they do. Look at their engravings that they do. They're trying to sell classes and stuff like that, and they have almost no work to show, then but they're good at business and they got a lot of people, a lot of followers, but they don't have a lot of actual engraving work and stuff like that to show off. Yeah, that's probably not worthwhile to deal with them. There's definitely some that enjoy doing it, though. There's some really good people. It's just like anything. There's going to be good people that are doing it for the right reasons, and there's going to be scummy people that are doing it for the wrong reasons. I wish I could see your 2 burn ducks. Oh my god. That's so great. I don't know what I could do so that we can so that we could, you know, be more involved and show each other's work and stuff. Besides Discord, I have Discord, and maybe we could pull that up on the side so people can post their stuff while we're streaming and stuff. Yeah, yeah, Kevin. Some I follow do product reviews, but still good info. Yep. It's just that you need to make sure you always take that info with a grain of salt. Like I said, my best way to make sure that someone is not full of shit is to look at their actual work. Like, I'm not listening to anybody's product info or insights into anything if they don't have actual work that they did themselves that to show off, like, on a regular basis. If they do nice engravings on a regular basis consistently or whatever, totally they or 3D prints on a regular basis that are really nice or whatever, um, then I 100% back them up all the time. I did 100% power on soft. Oh god, oh god, oh god. How did you not burn your house down? What's funny is, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I was told this by the wood mill guy that I go to down the road, that like Home Depot and stuff, the pine that they have, that's not even like actual pine. Like, it's like layered pine that's pressed together. That's like it's not like pine. Yellow pine is a little bit better. Like real pine is a little bit better, a little bit more forgiving when it comes to engraving. But like that white pine or whatever you get from Home Depot and stuff like that, that stuff is brutal. That because it yeah, all it does is push. Like I said, Winston, the number key thing that you're gonna want to remember is the fact that you know that you're hitting it with too much power when you can feel the engraving. If you run your finger over it and you can't feel anything, then you haven't overcooked it. But as soon as you start feeling the like notches from the cuts in the wood, then you've overburnt it. You're actually pushing on the wood with the laser. You're not engraving. Well, you are still engraving, but you're pushing on the wood. You're past the point of engraving and burning, and you're pushing the wood down. So you don't want to, unless you're trying to do a layered depth and trying to do depth, you should not feel anything when you run your finger over the engraving. You dropped it to 10%? Yeah, probably. But you probably still is probably very light. You're not going to get any dark contrast with pine wood, unfortunately. It'll start pushing into the pine wood before you'll get any type of dark contrast. They do have solid pine, but super soft. I stopped using it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pine is definitely not a good choice. It is pretty close to the worst choice you can make. Yep, definitely. We know, Winston. We know you're just learning. Yep. Definitely, if you have no other choice but to go to like a Home Depot or something, see if they got like a birch. Milky Flies 44. Have you used hard maple? Okay, so maple's a good choice. Yep, maple is definitely a good choice. Um, I'd say its contrast is somewhere in the middle. It won't give like super great contrast, but it will give decent. Maple will work good. It's not my top tier choice, but maple is decent. The music stopped. Man, we've been here for a long time when we went through the playlist twice. Yeah, I would say maple is probably it's somewhere in the mid tier for engraving. It's definitely not crap, but I would say it's definitely not top tier. Well, if you're using like a UV, all like that completely changes everything. But if you're just using a straight up, $300 diode, Maple's not the greatest, but it's not horrible either. Metal would be easier. Oh no. Uh, Metal is a whole nother. It's a whole nother deal, and it's gonna depend if you're trying to mark aluminum, or if you're trying to mark a stainless steel, or what you're trying to do there. But yeah, that's a whole nother deal. What I would say, if you're looking to do metal at first, I would be using something that's coated black, black anodized or something like that, because that is very easy to work with, because all you're doing is inverting the image and you're just removing it. I'm not going to explain it correctly, but basically, um, go online and get some black business cards. Maybe even, well, Flask isn't going to work that great for diode. It works better on fiber because fiber uh, can hit all the way around without any problems. You need something flat, but even like black business cards will be really good for starting out. Um, if you're trying to engrave or just mark something that has some type of metal texturing to it or whatever. Trying to mark just straight up aluminum is with a diode or whatever. I don't know. I don't have much experience with it. I'm not going to try to say too much about it. I would say that I hope you have a good reason for doing it. A lot of people want to try to look into doing real photos and marking them on stainless steel and stuff like that. And I mean, you could dial in your settings and then it'll come out okay and everything. But I haven't personally. I don't know any good uses for doing that, and you're going to have a lot of trouble with consistency. Like, the pictures, you're most likely going to be doing something small, like a dog tag or something like that. And doing real life photos are going to be horrifying. You're going to need to hit high DPIs. I just have to say to stay away from doing that unless you do black anodized like aluminum or black anodized steel or whatever like that. So you're just kind of removing the black anodizing, and that works much better than trying to actually mark metal, especially with a diode. Damn, we're in the home stretch. Let me take a look of the real life image of it here. Yeah. It's looking really good, but I would say that I'm definitely gonna have to get a picture of it and everything because the way the light's hitting it, you can't see the full contrast of it. It's kind of lighting up the dark areas even. But, I mean, I think it's looking okay, I think. Haven't played with hard maple yet, but on to-do list, yeah. Yeah. If you're using, I know if you're using UV or whatever, a lot of the woods like that, they'll come out good. Like a lot of the woods like a maple and stuff like that. You're still gonna only get, I would say, if you're talking about black to white, 100% contrast, I would say maple is gonna give you about 40% contrast. You're not gonna achieve the super darks. You're not gonna even get close to achieving super darks with maple, but it will give you a decent contrast. Like pine, I would say the best contrast you could hope for with pine would be probably like a 20% contrast. Like, not very much difference between the lights to the darks. Maple's definitely higher up, and maple's probably around 50% or something like that. Again, using a UV, that's going to be totally different. It's still, you might get like 60% contrast or something like that. Like a redwood like this, especially if you have, if you're doing like a grayscale pass with just the details or anything creative, you could probably push the limits to, like this is probably going to hit about 80% of full contrast. You're going to be very close to 100. Sounds like neighbors have calmed down. Yeah, they finally, what the hell, they were running their motorcycles till 10:30 at night, loud as fuck. Or, sorry for my English. My French, I mean, but, yeah. Maple's a good option simply because you can buy that from Home Depot or whatever. I don't know if you were here for Milky Flies, it was bad news earlier. Yeah, so the reason why, anyway, the reason why you'll see people, there are quite a few people that'll do maple, like, Nicky Norton, like, he'll do, I don't know if anybody sees him on there or whatever, but, you know, he'll run maple, he'll run only maple with his UV because he can just buy, you know, you can get it easily from Home Depot, and well, he's running UV, and once you get the settings dialed in, that's more like printing. That's almost not even engraving. That bad boy just kind of just prints it on there. But you'll never get anywhere near close to full contrast with UV on maple. You'll never get near full contrast with maple, period. I don't know what that was. Maybe the wife was coming in and out. Oh yeah, we're very close. So, once this pass finishes, I'll blow it off really quick, and I'll try to show it to you guys as best as possible. Like I said, again, it's a bummer because my camera's not super great, and the lighting isn't super great. But tomorrow what I'll do is when I get up, I'll take a picture of it outside in the daylight, and I'll post it on Facebook so we can get a better look at it. You can see all the details, and you'll also be able to see how much contrast there was actually in this. Sorry, I know I'm pretty boring. Maybe if you see a really close up of my face. See, no, it wasn't that exciting, guys. I need to just yeah, I'm just gonna start working with a couple of the other laser guys, and then maybe we can have like, you know, like 2 or 3 of us in the stream at once and able to talk to each other and stuff, so it's not just me talking. I know you guys love my 15-year-old anime girl voice, but maybe if we throw a couple more people in there, it'll be better. Clackshank seems to be really liking the UVs. I don't know who Clackshank is. At Clackshank? Shack? Oh wait, Clackshack? Clackshack. What the hell is a Clackshack? That sounds like a... Is that a SpongeBob thing? No, it's a Crab Shack. Krabby Patty. I don't know. I don't know what a Clap Shack is. The UVs, honestly, okay, so me personally, if I got a UV, I would be using it primarily or basically only for probably glass. Maybe leather. I think UV could be cool with leather. I know I'm hilarious. Yeah, I would, but, yeah, so the UV, definitely, or what would be cool with the UV, which I don't know why I haven't seen it yet, I'm sure probably somebody doing it, but depth work, like wood, the 100% I would be doing, wood depth work, like, probably, you know, do, like, 30 passes in wood with the UV. Oh my, we are done. Oh, it's another channel. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll have to check them out. Let me see if okay, let me blow this off really quick and then see if I can get a shot of it for everybody to see. Okay. So, the bummer part is, although it's not too noticeable, 212, I can actually see the line spacing just slightly, which means that I'll have to bump it up to 254 from now on. And adjust the image work more. I was just kind of wanting to do a little bit of a test using 212. I've never used that low to try to help with the overburn. Let me see if I can. Okay, there, so everybody can see it a little bit better maybe from there, hopefully. But most likely what I'm going to end up doing is, I would say that I'll probably end up going back to what I've been doing, which is 282 DPI for both the dither pass and the grayscale pass, and just work on my image work better. With the exact amount of gray shading, if the gray shading is exactly right, I can use 282 DPI with the grayscale. I just have to be very limited to how much gray shading that I put in it, or it won't work. It'll overburn very easily. Alright. I'm tired as hell, people. But, yeah, so what we'll do is I'll post this in the morning, and I will see what feedback got going on here, and then I'm gonna plan the next one. Like I said, almost every time I do an engraving, I make some slight adjustments so that I can just see, so I can test things, because I'm obsessed with trying to make adjustments to try to get things just a little bit better than before. Oh, it shows the depth good? Okay, awesome, Winston. That's awesome. Oh, good. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yep. So, basically, the way it works with grayscale is the higher the DPI you set, the better your image work has to be. The more on point your image work has to be. But I can tell right now that we'll definitely, for the next video, I'm definitely switching back to 282 DPI for the grayscale, for the dither and the grayscale. And I'm just gonna have to clean up my image work even better, and work on it that way, because we're not gonna get what we're looking for from lowering the DPI. Not with this laser. We need to make adjustments to the image work, not the DPI. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad plenty of people showed up in the end, and it was all good. And thank you guys so much for everybody that showed up, and especially everybody that was chatting with me, and so I'm not just completely talking to myself. Same bat channel, same bat time. Also, how am I gonna, okay, let me see, what was that? Let me see what I know I'm gonna watch those YouTube shows tomorrow and try to get involved with that. So what was it again? 3D HP, at 3D HP, okay. And that was 12 p.m. Central, I think he said, right? Have a great night, Winston. So I'll be on for that tomorrow. Kevin, are you on my Facebook? Were you on Facebook? Yeah, obviously, I know. Yeah, obviously, I talk to you on there a lot. Yeah, you got the info for the YouTube tomorrow, right? So message me it in case I miss something up. 'Cause yeah, it's way past my bedtime, so I don't want to screw it up. I want to go tomorrow to tune into that and chat with everybody. Have a good evening, everyone. I'll see you next time. And like and subscribe, please. Yeah, hit the like button bunches of times and then hit subscribe. And then we're good. Oh wait, I'm not even in the picture. Like, subscribe. Have a great evening.